everybody. I am just checking in. I'm actually decided to fix me some lunch. I fixed me some chicken boudin, and I am sitting here watching YouTube, just relaxing. I just remembered my mom is supposed to be stopping by. She's coming in, like doing a turnaround, picking up my nephew. So yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to just stop in and just let y'all see what I had going on for the day. Hey y'all, I am still at it, still relaxing. I just got me a nice hot bath, and OMG, I smell good. I feel good. Right now, I could seriously go to sleep, but it's too late. It's too late to take a nap. Let me see. I can't tell what time it is, but it's too late. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's too late to take a nap, y'all. But let's just know that I'm going to sleep extremely well tonight. Yep. So I had me some boudin for lunch, and I got me a snack on the stove for me to eat in about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. So see y'all later. Hey y'all, I know it's been a while, and I already see I'm gonna have to change my battery in just a little bit. This is like a whole week later, y'all. Don't punish me. I don't know what's been going on with me. I literally have just not felt like picking up the camera. And then, you know, I'm not doing anything fascinating. I'm not doing anything fabulous. I just don't feel like there's anything exciting that's going on. But I did say that I was going to start to try to vlog more regardless, just so y'all can see what, you know, what I got going on. I work 5 days out of the week. Some days are longer than others. It's just outside of work, there's just really not a lot that's interesting, in my opinion, that y'all might want to see. But I'll throw a few videos out there, see what y'all, you know, think, and we'll kind of talk through it. I will tell you that I'm so excited because the 10 pounds I lost before my cruise, I'm still down. I haven't gained any of it back. My weight has been kind of going like this, excuse me, but that's because water weight, and also if I feel bloated, if I am having trouble going to the restroom, or whatever the situation is. But once my body is regulated and I'm, you know, going to the restroom, and you know, I feel more like myself, my weight just kind of, it goes back to what it should be. So in line with that, I'm drinking me some kombucha. I started out drinking it, gave it to my husband because I didn't like the flavor. This one is blood orange, carrot, and ginger. And then I noticed he wasn't drinking it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to waste this. So even if I don't like it, I'm going to go ahead and drink it. So I'm going to drink that. And of course, I got my water on deck. And this is not sponsored, but anybody who knows me know that I'm drinking the 9.5 alkaline water. I don't always drink the Smart brand. I usually drink whatever alkaline water is the least expensive in the store, as long as it's 9.5 pH. That works for me, and that is my preference. The only time I don't drink alkaline water is if I am cruising, because they don't offer alkaline water on the ship. But I am going to do some research, because I know there's a natural way that you can make your own alkaline water out of just whatever drinking water you're using. And I know it has to do with citrus fruit, but I'm going to do a little bit more research and see what I can find out, so that when I'm in situations like that, I can make the alkaline water myself. Also, because I mean, you know, they have citrus fruit and everything on the ship. So, but when I'm traveling any other mode, I guess is what you call it, I should be able to go to any store, especially like a grocery store or whatever, and get some alkaline water. But Been taking my meds. Blood pressure and everything is fine. Cholesterol is fine. I don't have issues with diabetes or anything like that. The hubby, on the other hand, has been dealing with some challenges. We had a little scare. We're getting him back on track, and I am actually going to go through another reset. And there's nothing wrong with you resetting your body like every few months. I think that, you know, some people might feel like it's excessive. Why do you have to keep resetting? Well, you have to keep resetting because unless you're a person that, no, I even believe that even if you're a person that exercises all the time, you eat clean, all that, I think you still have to do a reset. Because for me, the reset is not just about nutrition. It's not just about my digestion. It's also about my mental health. It's about my clarity. It's about me being able to focus, you know. So the reset for me is internal as well as external. And I really enjoy how I feel once I do my reset. And I don't do like long periods or whatever. And my resets are not all cleanses. So when I do a reset, I may decide to eliminate like certain things from my diet because I noticed that my body might feel a little sluggish when I eat them or whatever. And so it's just really paying attention to what my body is saying, and it's making sure that I listen and I acknowledge whatever is going on. And that's important. Just for example, I haven't, you know, we've been off of red meat and pork. Oh, I can't even tell you how long. And so the other day, my husband came up and he had lunch with me at my job, and we went to the cafe and they had Salisbury steak and it looked so good. He chose to get it, even though, again, we haven't been eating red meat, but I guess it looked so good he wanted to try it. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to be brave and I'm going to try it too. A few bites in, I was like, first of all, I can't even enjoy this because I don't like the taste of it. But the second thing is, after a few hours, my stomach started feeling really off, and there wasn't any pain. It was just some uncomfortable feeling. And I know it had to do with the fact that there were certain things that I eliminated from my diet, and when you introduce them or reintroduce them, there's gonna be an impact. And so, you know, I told him, I said, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that no more because I don't like how it made me feel. But nevertheless, stuff like that is, you know, why it's important for you to pay attention to your body and make sure that you listen to whatever symptoms your body is displaying, because that is your the language that your body is speaking. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and change my battery. I'll check in with you guys later. It is super early in the morning, and I have things that I'm going to be doing. I'll show you a little bit later, but this, because I have some footage that you'll see before this recording. I can't remember if it's on a couple different days, but yeah, so just, it's going to be pieced together. So y'all forgive me, but it's just content. It's just something for you to see. And it's real. So, you know, it's nothing I'm making up or like I created a script or anything like that. So anyway, getting ready for another trip, and I'll kind of show you like some of the stuff that I picked up. I like to buy new outfits for my vacations because I want to feel super cute, and I don't like, you know, oh, I can't pack this or I can't pack that because I need to still wear it. So usually what I do is I just buy things that I want, and so that way I don't mess with my clothes, my current wardrobe. And then it also replenishes my wardrobe, so if I have to cycle anything out, I have some new stuff that I can put in its place. But anyway, I'll check with you guys a little bit later, and I hope y'all are having a good day. I want to thank Epic Water Filters for sponsoring this portion of my video. And I just wanted to come and give you some insight as to this system that I requested. And this is the Max system. When they say easy to install, you don't need a plumber. That is so very true. You have three lines that go into the system, a cutoff switch, and then you have another piece that fits directly onto the part of the faucet where the water comes out. As y'all know, health and wellness is very important to me. I drink a lot of alkaline water, and of course, we use a lot of water with cooking and washing our dishes and preparing our coffee or our hot beverages, however it may be. And it's always important to have clean water. One of the things that I learned when I purchased this house is that we have hard water. We have water that have a lot of different minerals and things in it, and some of the stuff is not all that great. So we considered purchasing a larger whole house system, but it was out of our price range. This is a perfect solution. If you do not want to make a investment into a whole house system, you can start with a under the sink system, but they also have the pitchers, and then they make the cups that you can drink out of. And you'll hear me talk a little bit about that a little later on in the video. Thanks again, Epic Water Filters, for sponsoring this portion of the video. Epic Water Filters was founded in 2015, and their mission is to give people access to clean and safe drinking water without relying on single-use plastic bottles. All of their products are manufactured right here in the United States at their plant in Florida. Their filters have what's called core exchange technology. And what this means is that there is a dual stage, dual layer, patented filtration system installed. My system does come with the core exchange technology. But on top of that, it reduces over 70 contaminants. The filter is recyclable. It's 3-stage. And guess what? It's easy DIY. And as you can see in my video, I put it in myself. So I am underneath my sink, and I don't know if you can see that, but I had one of these lock valve thingamadoodles on this, which I thought was the cold water, because I think that's the hot water. My husband did that when he put in our new faucet. But my thought was, how in the heck was I supposed to figure out how to get that off? So guess what? YouTube University in the clutch. So yes, I watched the video, found out that when I pulled on this, it turned the cold water off, and then I just unscrewed it. I just tested my cold water, and the cold water is off. So that's the hot water, and that's the cold water, so nothing is coming out. So I don't have traditional faucet knobs. I don't have the traditional, like the hot and cold knobs that you turn off at the bottom. This is what they installed in my house, and so that's what I'm working with. Y'all, I am so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. Woo! I installed my own water filtration system. I did it all by myself. My husband's not here, and I did it all by myself. First time, water came spraying out. It came spraying out from the threaded hose. And the second time, it came spraying out from this side. So I say, okay, let me turn the water off. And I went around each and every connection and made sure I took out the little clip that was in there. And I pulled out the hose. And then I held it real tight and pushed the hose in. And that's when I realized I was putting the hose in there, but I wasn't pushing it as far as it could go. And that's why it was spraying water. Oh my God. I have such a sense of accomplishment that I did this myself. Anybody who knows me know I'm not a handy girl. Now, y'all done seen me painting and climbing ladders and stuff, but that's different. That's completely different. I'm so proud of myself. Oh my God. This company is not just about the filtration system. They offer access to several other programs to help further their mission. One of them is the Key Water Club. And there you can subscribe and get 15% off of your filter replacements with free shipping. They also offer the filter recycling program. They also have a program where they partner with over 6 nonprofit organizations and independent artists who design limited edition bottles to raise awareness and to raise funds for important causes. They have a program, Athletes and Wellness Network, where they partner with athletes and wellness professionals. They use their products in their own lives, and they share their experiences with the communities in order to help raise awareness and to teach people about hydration. I'm so very excited that Epic Water Filters reached out to me because, as you know, I worked with a wellness coach over a year ago, learned about the importance of hydration. I switched to alkaline water. My health has improved quite a bit. There's so many things that you can learn from a company such as this, and so much benefit that you can take away from the programs that they offer. Thank you again, Epic Water Filters, for sponsoring this portion of my video. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my God, here we go again with the battery. I think I forgot to change it out. One sec. There we go. Got a full battery. I was supposed to do that the other day, and I didn't remember to. So I just changed out the battery. All right, so it's pretty early in the morning. It's about 6:30. I am up. Got my meds over here. Got me a wellness shot. Have to take that. Got my water. I've had my coffee, but I have not had breakfast. It's still early yet. And right now I'm just going to get into checking my email and working on a couple of things. I rebooted my computer. I try not to leave my computer running for too many days at a time, but if I do what I do, if I leave it running for, you know, a few days or whatever, one of the first things that I do is I close all the programs I'm using and restart my computer. Sometimes what I'll do is, instead of restarting my computer, I will completely shut everything down and just wait, you know, probably about 30 minutes or something like that, and then restart. That's just a tech thing. I don't know if everybody is like that, but I definitely like my devices to get some rest. Just like us, they get burnout. You know, so you want to make sure that you're taking care of your devices, because, you know, leaving your devices running for long periods of time, after a while your fan burns out. The different components like the virtual memory, your cache, that sort of thing, it just gets like super cluttered, and it causes your device to behave kind of funky. So that's just a quick little tip. But anyway, I am gonna go ahead and get my day started, and what I'll do is, when I figure out what I'm gonna eat for breakfast, then I'll come back. Yesterday I had, because I was a little nostalgic, those of you who've been rocking with me for a while and been watching my videos know that I was born and partially raised in California, and I moved back to California at some point right after high school, and they had a restaurant there called El Pollo Loco. Oh my God, some of the best rotisserie chicken that you have ever tasted in your life. So I noticed that they started popping up here where I live, and you know, sometimes when I don't feel like cooking, or if I'm kind of like super busy or whatever, I'll DoorDash or Uber Eats something. And so yesterday I was so hungry. It was a really rough experience because I use Uber Eats, and I normally primarily use DoorDash. But I ordered food from El Pollo Loco, and I literally waited an hour and 15 minutes. I was sitting here. Now, that wasn't my first choice. I actually wanted some Chinese food, but when I placed the order, I got a message probably about 7 minutes later saying they canceled my order because I guess the restaurant was so busy they couldn't handle Dasher requests or whatever. So I went with El Pollo Loco, and there was a long, probably about 20-25 minutes, where it just kept saying preparing your order. Yeah, preparing your order, because it said receive your order, then preparing your order, picking up your order, on its way. And so it got stuck right there for like, you know, 25 or so minutes of preparing your order. And I'm thinking, they're open, you know, it wasn't like super early. It was around like when people start taking lunch. So the food should have been ready. It should have just been a matter of them putting together my order. But why it took so long, I have no idea. But when it finally got here, the funny thing is, I was so hungry. And by the time the food got here, I think I ate a wing and a couple bites of coleslaw, a couple bites of the beans, and I couldn't eat anymore. I was uncomfortable, and I wasn't stuffed. It was just, I don't know what it was. My stomach just did this weird thing where I was hungry for so long that by the time I got my food, I couldn't eat much of it, which is okay. You know, I could have gone downstairs when I saw how long it was taking and probably got me some carrot sticks or a cucumber or something to kind of munch on until the food got here. But my concern was that I was going to eat something and then I wasn't going to be able to eat my food. So yeah, don't know why it took so long for the food to get here, but it finally arrived. So I'm going to go ahead and get my day started. I was supposed to show y'all what I got, you know, for packing for my trip and stuff. So if I remember, I'll make sure that I do that. I do have a couple surprises coming your way. I have been so very, very blessed to receive some sponsorship offers, and it's really nice. And it's, y'all, don't get me wrong, because a lot of people jump at sponsorship offers. And, you know, I heard somebody say one time that they don't buy stuff when people promote it because they're only doing it for the money. And for me, that's not the truth. So I don't accept opportunities unless it's things that I know that I'm going to actually use. And like, say for example, the cooling pillowcases and stuff. I mean, I sleep on my pillowcases and my pillow faithfully every night, and I have some of the best sleep. So the stuff that I'm showing y'all, and it has you know, discount codes and stuff like that, these are things that I'm using in my home or I'm using in my life, if not every day, several times a week. And so I only promote them when I believe in them. And the reason I do that is because, you know, I am my brand, and I don't want people thinking, oh, she just out here chasing a dollar. I have a whole job, and yes, it's nice to have extra money, but I don't depend on the sponsorships for me to survive. So I have the benefit of only taking the things that, or accepting the opportunities for products that I truly believe in or that I've used and I enjoy. So with that being said, just keep a lookout for some sponsorship opportunities, new products and stuff that will be coming your way. And I'm really hoping that you guys will support my channel. Even if it's something that you don't want to buy, if you can leave a comment in the video, just whether you feel like it's an interesting product, or if you have actually purchased the product, what you think about it. So sometimes it's not really about purchasing or putting money into something, although that does help quite a bit. And I'm not saying that for myself, but for all content creators, if you purchase things that they're, you know, are promoting as brand deals. But if you comment on the videos, you share the videos, you know, you actually actively participate, it helps channels to grow and to be recognized and to be shared out to other people. Maybe somebody who actually would make a purchase because you shared the video or you commented or liked it or whatever, and it got pushed out into the algorithm. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead on about my day, and I will check back in with you guys a little later. Bye now. Hey, I am back, and it is a little bit later in the day. I decided that for breakfast, I'm actually nursing my El Pollo Loco from yesterday. No, that's not traditional breakfast, but you can eat food any time of the day. I used to think that there was breakfast food, lunch food, dinner food. You can eat whatever you want at any time during the day. So that's what I decided to do. It came with some charro beans and coleslaw, some corn tortilla, and they gave you a half a chicken, or at least that's the meal that I selected, knowing I wasn't going to try to eat it all at once. Not a fan of thigh meat, y'all, because it's so fatty and it has a weird gamey taste to me, but I'm eating it because I paid for it. But so that's what I'm doing. Still drinking on my water. This is my second cup, and I haven't taken my meds, but I've been kind of eating slow. So as soon as I finish my food, that's going to be my next goal, is to get my meds down. I have so many things that I need to do for my house. There are some projects that I need to get taken care of, some maintenance that I need to get taken care of. It's been like forever since I got my car detailed, so I need to take time out to go get my car detailed. I have to schedule a dental appointment. I need to schedule a follow-up visit because I'm supposed to see my doctor every 6 months. And I just have a laundry list of things that I need to do. So that's all. I just been, working on my stuff, working on getting my stuff taken care of. And one thing I have not done, which I need to do for mental health reasons, is I need to actually make my to-do list. That's what I normally do. One of the things that I recently did was I did a budget review, or an expense review for my house, so that I can see where money is going, where I can kind of start cutting back and things like that. Because we're going to be working on, some stuff regarding our retirement and savings and making some long-term decisions. So I needed to kind of look at the expenses and whatnot and kind of see where we can start trimming the fat. So if that's a video that y'all think y'all might be interested in, just know that I won't be using real numbers and real information. What I will be using will be some, like, what they call dummy data, just so that you can get a general idea of what I'm talking about. But and I'm looking around because I'm thinking, my mind is racing, going 50 miles an hour. I'm just very excited. So I have a lot of things going on. Again, a lot of projects that I need to take care of. So I'm going to be making a to-do list, and I'm going to be going hard and heavy, because a couple of these things, as far as the maintenance from my house, I've been reaching out to contractors, and I've been reaching out to people. I might get one person come for this type of maintenance, another person come for this type of maintenance. And I don't know what's going on with these contractors, but there's just no follow-up. There's just no follow-up. And it's driving me nuts, because I usually get like 3 quotes, and when I make my decision, it's like I'm reaching out to the person going, hey, I've decided to go with your company. How soon can you come out and get the work done? Blase, blase. And, they'll make a promise that they'll be here. What day works good for you? What time works for you? We set a date and time, and then there's just nothing. There's no movement. Nothing happens. So I'm going to have to really start from scratch and try to figure out. The one thing I don't like, there's this, there's an app, I can't think of, it's like for handyman, I guess. I can't think of what you call it, but I made the big mistake of registering for that app, and then next thing I know, I got so much junk mail, it wasn't even funny. So I had to pull my information from the app, because it was driving me nuts. People kept reaching out to me, and I'm like, I thought this was a type of app where you go look for people, not people looking for you. And I didn't like that. So yeah, the other thing is, what is wrong with people not understanding that you are going to ask questions? I need references. I need to know if you're licensed and bonded. I need to know if you are educated. Do you have some type of certification for what it is you're telling people you know how to do? Because here's the thing, and what people don't realize is that as a homeowner, you are neglectful if you don't ask these questions. The other part of that is, if you let somebody in your house working on your stuff that's under warranty, and they don't have the proper credentials to do so, and something gets damaged, your insurance is not going to pay for it. Why should they? That's just like you letting someone who does not have a driver's license operate your motor vehicle, and then they get into an accident that's their fault. Your insurance is not going to pay for that. So, I have these people getting an attitude with me because I'm asking these questions, and it's like, dude, are you serious? Are you serious that you're going to get an attitude with me because as a homeowner, I'm asking for your credentials? I'm asking that if you mess up something in my house, that your insurance is going to pay for the repairs. I'm asking legitimate questions. I want to know where you've done the work and what people think of the quality of work you've done, your customer service, your reliability. I have a ton of questions. And lately, I've been running into people who feel like I'm doing too much. I'm asking too much. And I'm like, how could that be when this is my house? This is my house. And I'm not talking about like simple things. I'm talking about AC work. I'm talking about ripping out sheetrock and stuff like that. I have a ton of questions, and people just really have the audacity to get an attitude when you start asking questions about their qualifications and their credentials. So I don't get it. Y'all leave me a comment below if you are running into this same situation. It just seems like people are always out to try to, you know, scam and scheme and everything. It's like, I just need you to be upfront and honest about who you are and what you do. You know, because at the end of the day, if that's what you're into, if that's kind of work you do, I don't want to deal with you, and that's my choice. So yeah, so I have to start really back all over, like from scratch, back to the drawing board to try to find vendors and contractors, because I had somebody lined up to come in and clean my dryer vents and air ducts. I had somebody come lined up to come and take care of the maintenance on my AC twice a year. I had someone who, if I needed electrical work, I had someone who did like mounting TVs and other like that inside type work. I had people, and it's like when I'm contacting these people, say, hey, you did some work on my house, you know, last year around this time, just contacting you to schedule, you know, a maintenance appointment, you know, what's your availability, blah, 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 and you just don't hear from them. You just don't hear from them. And I'm going, what is going on? So it's like you came out, you did the service, you got paid. Are you not doing the work anymore? Like, what is happening? They just don't have the, and one person, he was like, oh, I'm just so sorry, I just been super busy, blah, blah, blah. Well, you need an administrative person who can take these phone calls and emails, and who can at least interact with your customers, so that you don't just kind of leave them stuck out. So yeah, that's where I am right now, trying to figure out how to maintain, you know, how to you know, keep up with the maintenance on my house. And you know, that's the other thing, is I initially was taking my car to Chevrolet dealership to get serviced, and because my car when I bought it was new, I had was part of this program where, you know, I get points for everything that, you know, I pay for. And so a lot of times when it came time for me to go get my oil change and stuff like that, I didn't have to pay anything because I had enough points to cover the oil change. But what I also liked is that when I went in there, they checked, you know, all my fluid levels and everything. They like they topped me off if anything was low, but they also rotated my tires. And so the last couple of times that I've gotten my oil change, I didn't go to the Chevrolet dealership because I was dealing with scheduling issues and stuff like that. And their hours or what they had available just wasn't convenient for me. And so I was having to take my car to a different place. Well, I got spoiled because the place that I take it to, they literally do what you're paying for. They change your oil and they don't do nothing else. The Chevrolet dealership, the other thing I liked is that they was, you know, take my air filter out, take a look at it, you know, and let me know if it needs to be changed out and stuff like that. I just ain't none of that been done. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to have to schedule some dedicated time to take my car to the dealership where I don't have to worry about rushing, you know, any scheduling conflicts or anything like that. I can take it in early in the morning as soon as they open, if they have something available, whatever day they have available, early in the morning, and then sit there and wait for them to do maintenance on my car. I already know I'm going to have to get my air filter changed because the last time they took it out, which I told you it's been a while, they said it was looking kind of dirty. Did I want to change it? I don't have to right now, but just know that pretty soon I'm going to have to change it, and I didn't change it. I don't know if, like, we had a situation at my house where, you know, we saw a snake or whatever. I pay for pest control. I pay for a pest control company to come to my house every quarter, and they lay down like different types of traps and stuff like that. And so, you know, a snake was caught on the trap. I don't know what kind of snake it was. I didn't care. That wasn't my concern. And because of that, my husband is like absolutely terrified. I'm scared of snakes too, but he is absolutely terrified of snakes. And so he went and bought some snake away. Y'all, oh my gosh, that stuff was so strong. My office is upstairs and the garage is right underneath my office. The smell of that stuff was coming all up through the vents. I could smell it all day long. I smelled it when I got in my car. I could smell it when I was in my, like, because my kitchen, like where you come in my house, my kitchen is the first thing that you see, and it's right there by the garage door. And I mean, the smell of that stuff was so strong, it was making me nauseous. I was so glad when the smell finally wore off. But now, and this is why I brought up my air filter, now it's like when I crank up my car and I turn on my AC, that's the first thing I smell. And it does eventually dissipate, but the problem is that first gust of air is no longer fresh, because it used to be whatever air freshener, like the little air fresheners I have in my car, it has overpowered the air fresheners. So it used to be that as soon as I got in my car, I could smell my air fresheners. But as soon as I turn on my AC, I got a nice breeze with the air freshener that kind of mingled and mixed up in there. Now when I turn on my AC, I almost want to close all my vents and everything before I turn it on. And then that way just kind of let that first gust of air that comes out and it stinks kind of bypass my nostrils, because it takes about 10 minutes of me driving for me not to smell it anymore. It's not coming out. It's like as soon as it hits me in the face, it's like it's stuck in my nostrils. And I have to drive for about 10 minutes before it's not in my nostrils anymore. It's not coming out of the vent anymore, but it's like the smell is stuck in my nose. So I know I'm going to have to go and get my, when I get my, it's almost time for me to get my oil change. But when I get my oil change, I'm adamant about going back to the dealership, because I want to make sure that I get my air filter changed and have my tires rotated on top of that. So yeah, I was just looking at a spreadsheet that I was working on. I thought I pulled up the right one, but doesn't look like this is the correct one. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to find the one that I was working on. I think this is the one I was working on. Why did it give me an error message at first? That's so bizarre. Huh. Anyway, I just wanted to check in with y'all and let you know what was going on and how my day was ramping up. I'm gonna finish eating my El Pollo Loco and finish working on my projects and doing what I need to do, and I'll check back in with y'all a little later. I know I sound distracted, and I am, because I'm doing too many things at one time. But anyway, I check back in with y'all a little later. Bye. Hey y'all, it's a whole other day. I don't know, I'm just filming, saying what's on my mind, telling y'all what I got going on. I have been super busy. It's just been so much happening, and I think emotionally I'm all over the place right now. But I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to manage and cope. So I had a bit of a snafu last night. I'm not going to get into that, but let's just say I'm feeling the residue of it today. So anyway, yeah, so not a lot going on. I was trying to eat, but I don't know, for some reason it just made my stomach hurt. So I'm drinking some water, and I am just going to do what I need to do. But yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you guys and kind of let y'all see what the temperature is over here and how things are going. So can't promise you 100% that I'll come back today. I'm not really sure, but we shall see. Keep your head up, okay? Bye for now. If you're not already a member of the Fetch fam, what are you waiting for? go ahead and download that app, scan my QR code, and get to scanning those receipts. You might as well take advantage of it. You're already spending the money. The receipts translates into points, the points translates into cash, and you can redeem that cash via store card or cash card, or you can donate to charity. Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, but you know we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.